Time.
T-minus 5 seconds until zoo closure.
Kowalski, what is the zoo patron status?
They're converging on the front gates, just as predicted.
Rico, is everything prepped for our exit strategy?
That was me.
The last patron has just left the gate.
Great. How much time does this leave us for Operation Badger Drop?
17 hours.
Kowalski, run down the timetable one more time.
5:35, flight departs to Saskatchewan. 10:10, arrive in Saskatchewan. 1:30, Badger trapped and sedated. 2:45, stop and watch the sailboats. 4:30, catch flight back to New York. 9:55, release the Badger.
Like clockwork. And all with 5 minutes to spare. All right, boys, let's go.
Wait a minute, I have movement.
Bad news, Skipper. It's Alice. She's right outside and she's not moving.
We'll never make our flight.
Go to Plan B.
This was Plan B.
Okay, Plan C then. Abort Operation Badger Drop. Blast it. If we can't sneak out of the zoo long enough to accomplish an easy mission like Operation Badger Drop, we won't stand a chance when Dr. Blowhole makes his next move.
What we need are stand-ins. Like so. Gentlemen, we are going to construct robot penguin stand-ins. Their lifelike behavior should fool even the keenest observer. Look, they can even feed on robotic fish, sold separately, batteries not included.
They look just like us. Brilliant, Kowalski.
I'll just need a few basic supplies to get started. Anyone know where I can find a catalytic converter?
We can get all this other stuff in the city.
Commence Operation Uncanny Valley.
Hello, penguins! Maurice, where are the penguins? I have important kingly commands for them.
I don't see him, King Julian. I don't think they're here. I'm not sure it's a good idea to go through their things while they're not here.
If they did not want me to see this, then they would have locked it away.
You mean like the locks we broke to get in here?
Are these plans for making robot lemurs, Maurice? You must build me some robot lemurs.
I'm not so sure those are lemurs.
It is easy. Look, you just follow the plans.
But
There are no buts in yes, King Julian, I will build you a robot.
Well, well, well. Back again, are we?
We are indeed, Simeon. On official Penguin business.
Oh, on another top-secret mission, are we?
We need to get out of the zoo and out into the park by launching over your back wall.
Launching, you say?
In a Penguin-apult.
It's a catapult for penguins.
Well, well. I must see this.
It would appear we have another day and another worthwhile trip to tripitize in our little penguin bodies, where we shall find a way to deal with this very hard-looking mission where there is water constantly flowing in our passage, in our way perhaps even. But that's okay, because we are penguins, and we know how to deal with shenanigans such as things that sort of kind of will block my way-ish. And it would appear that standing on this platform has stopped all bad things from being in the way. Therefore, allowing me to... Oh. What? That's interesting. The moment private is off-screen... Okay, it just does it alternately. I was wondering... It just seemed to happen every time private was off-screen it happened. But it was wrong! I was wrong again. I was wrong with my entire assumption, and therefore I should just push this button and completely change the subject. But fortunately, 2 switches later, the water is now gone, and I have nothing more to worry about. I can simply make my way to the places where I need to be, which is hopefully here. Talk to him, who has nothing to say to me. Which is rather unfortunate, I do say, but, you know, that is simply the way it's gonna be.
Let's go already.
And I do wonder what is over there. So... He does seem to have some difficulty with doing that, but that's fine. We're just gonna go over here, and it seems that there is a thing over here, because otherwise these platforms would look differently, and I accidentally hit the thingy thing. When I meant to fly to the what's-it, where a chameleon waits for us in silence. And if we can get all the chameleons, then surely our day will be lovely.
Attack, stack, man.
Even though I have no idea what they're actually for. They seem to just be random collectibles. I don't know if they actually do anything. But that's okay, because it's not something we need to worry about. We just need to worry about getting them. Whether they serve a purpose or not is an entirely different story in every single possible situation you can probably think of. And therefore, I only ask you do not try to think of situations because it would obviously just be a waste of time. Obviously. I could just jump, but I would probably fall over and that would be unfortunate. And I don't want to be in an unfortunate situation after all. So let's see what possible places we can go. There's that, which is horrible, and then there's this, which is less horrible. Some bushes which do not contain chameleons from my eyesight gaze. And then there's this where it just kind of makes this potential jump a bit redundant, doesn't it? Unless there is a reason to go there. And I shall figure this out now. And the reason would appear to be no. That's not really a very good reason. It's really just more of a statement, really, but it does pretty much sum up the feelings that I currently have about the thing that I just did, which is doing something which was not entirely required. Which was jumping to the other side of a thing. But fortunately, we can live with this horrible thing, knowing that we have done something that was not entirely necessary and just continue on our mission by standing on a falling platform, which I forgot about falls down. That was not a good idea at all. But fortunately, we have the power of jumping, but we have feet, and therefore we have the capability of doing such things. Yes, yes. And another one of those horrible jumping things that make the water go away. This might not work. No, it worked out. Huh. That's genuinely surprising. Sadly, I'm the wrong penguin entirely. So I get to go back over here again. And then question if I can actually make this. Yes, I can. Nothing to worry about. Except for the fact that I am completely incapable of doing anything. Which is somewhat of a hindrance when trying to do anything, really. It makes it a bit more tricky. But now to wait for the wall. Is there anything here? No. I ran there for no real apparent reason. Except for the purposes of hacking later. Which is a completely different direction which I am currently talking about, but that's fine. We finished the hacking and we have nothing more to cry about. Or do we? La 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 la. Says Private. He knows what's up, huh? He's just kind of standing there.
Skipper, reporting for duty.
And I saw a platform appear, and I think that there might be something of incredible interest waiting for us over the up there. So I'm going to see if what I'm thinking of is indeed entirely correct. Which I assume it is, because why wouldn't it be? There's a pigeon here. And a chameleon, cool.
Hey, penguins! I'm trying to sleep over here.
I don't even know. Was that the peng? That probably was this pigeon. Because there is some talking pigeons in the show as well. And I don't think there's any actual reason at all for me to actually go to that location, so... Kowalski, follow me. Follow me. Follow me everywhere. Everywhere where I want you to follow me, just follow me around and everything will be okay. The only thing I ask of you is that you actually genuinely do follow me. Yes. Can I talk to you? No. Not even sign language for me. He does not have anything to say to me in any language whatsoever. Which is unfortunate because I do quite like him, but now is simply not the time. And therefore I shall not worry about it. I shall just go through my pipe, as I am destined to do so, grab my thing, and then fall into the water like a silly little bird that I am. Because I am incapable of waiting, and therefore am known to fall into places where I do not wish to fall into. Can I be up here? Well, there's things to hit, and one more chameleon waiting for me. We've got all three chameleons once again. We've got a lot of ice cream cones that look absolutely delicious. And as such, we can make our way to the general direction, which is down here. Where we can get another wonderful thing, which I guess is for the wacky workbench, which we don't really seem to have a real purpose for right now. But that's okay. That's okay. I fell down again. But I have seen this path because of it, so that is kind of nice. Now I know that there is a second path I can follow for this most difficult task of walking in this general direction. And I have to say, walking is not one of my finer feats. I prefer sliding on my tummy. Boom. Press button, please. Thank you. Pressing buttons is more difficult than you would think. I mean, you have to press the circle button at least once. And that is trickier than you would expect, really. You have no idea what I have to put up with sometimes. It is pretty tricky. But nothing to worry about because we have got some things to collect here, which is water. I am intending to collect a lot of water inside my entire body. Therefore, I'm swimming a lot because otherwise it would make it very, very tricky, you see. That is the entire reason why I continuously fall into the Wawa. But have no fear. We have gotten the item which I collected for the purpose of collecting. And Private, I believe, has an item as well. And Kowalski has a good opportunity to plot his next move, which is going to the wacky workbench and creating a Penguin-apult out of the sheer objects given to him, which is things and general stuff. That looks safe. But fortunately, it was safe enough to end our mission for now.
Excellent landing. And they say our flippers are useless.
Just on the other side of the park, there should be all sorts of robot building supplies.
I have to say the music in this game is actually really good. Like, it's kind of hard to pay attention to when you're doing such a difficult puzzles such as these, but it's actually quite nice. Well done, whoever made the music for this game. Whoever it may have been. Nobody probably knows. I picked up a barrel because I might need one after all. When there is a barrel on your path, it's best to just pick it up. Belly slide of a swipe plate soon. Cool. I belly slid over the thingy things. And I guess this is supposed to look like a clock. I wasn't really sure what it was until I did the thing, really. And he's not really putting this thing on the wacky workbench, which is rather unfortunate if I actually need to do that. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about here. What could possibly go wrong? He's not even putting the barrel on it. He is not. I guess this is just not the wacky workbench made for me. Let's just go in our stock and make our way. There's another wacky workbench. Oh, I went to the wrong side. A common mistake by a common person. And I have to say, I'm very common. Very similar to the general status of things. Oh man, I am adorable. Come on. Boosh. Come on. Come on. Not today. I'm sure these pigeons will do me no harm. I wonder if I can get rid of that sand. It's bothering me. I would like to get rid of all this sand, but I guess now is not the time to be worrying about things like sand, and instead I'll just hit the thingy button to do the what's-its, which will surely help in my progress. That's well, it's beautiful, but I'm not really now. Did we really need the sunglasses for this? Oh, I guess we did. I cannot see a single way where this would have worked without the sunglasses after all. Would have been good if Rico jumped in there as well, but it doesn't look like there's anything really here I can do. I wonder if I can jump on a lily pad. No. In that case, I'll just jump down. In that case, I'll just fall down the hole. Well, or do that. That looked normal. Don't worry about it. But there is a rock that requires getting awayness. And that is exactly the thing we are going to do. And have, in fact, done seconds ago. The statement is delayed. I should go with Kowalski. I think Kowalski knows what's up. Throwing up several sprites of several things that can be thrown up and down to get a chameleon. Excellent. Chameleon number 1 has been found and located by me. Which is good, because otherwise we would be in a spot of bother. Boom. It's closed. Nah. What do I do? I guess I need to go over there first. Which is fine, but I was hoping I wouldn't have to do this first. There's nothing to really do here. Can I jump from this? I can't actually jump while I'm standing on top of this. Weird. So I see then. Oh, I am blind. This is actually one of those things where you need to get everyone. I got private, entirely stuck. I am not very good at this game. I'm stuck in a gate. That is rather unfortunate. Hardest game ever made. I kid you not. Definitely the hardest situation I've ever been in my entire life. But we managed to make it through without any difficulty. Except for the difficulty that there was previously. But fortunately, Kowalski's rummaging reveals a switch. Which, you know, you'd think would be pressed with all the junk that's on top of it, but don't worry about it. That's not how switches work, damn it. That is not how switches are designed. I need to press the other button, though. But fortunately, Skipper is here to press switches. I no longer have that other one pressed, so I do. Never mind. Nothing to worry about, just move along. Press all the things, hit the switch, spin the analog stick in the right direction where the game tells you to, and make all the wah-wah go away. And henceforth, we can make our way back to the place where we came from and constantly forget what the climb ladder button is, because for some reason that is entirely too difficult for me to remember. And thus, fall into water, but I landed on the right side, so it's all good. Nothing to worry about, don't worry about it. Nothing that currently needs to be worried about right now because we have nothing to worry about. Press circle to use. Press circle to use. Circle, okay. Again, surprisingly more difficult than you would imagine, but it is. Only one went inside. Get in there. Would have been nice if you just followed me, but no. You had to be difficult, didn't you? But that's okay. You are forgiven for now. This time I can forgive you, but the next time I'm going to be very, very angry. And that would be unfortunate. Get off of me. There we go. There are things that apparently need to be collected before I can do the things. The car is out of control. And I nearly got hit by it as well, and that would have been disastrous. But the car stopped moving, and therefore, maybe I can control it. Or maybe I can just stand on top of it. I cannot even interact with it in any way, it would seem, but, you know. At least it's no longer out of control. We have no more things to worry about, except for the candy that seems to be on top of this. I thought it was above me, but instead it's actually on top of the thing. It's just the shadows. They're kind of confusing in this game sometimes. And there's a chameleon over here. And that chameleon is so found. And I can't jump up here because there's a ladder. And while Skipper is incredibly talented, he's not incredibly talented with ladders. And therefore I shouldn't ask him to do such difficult things. And that was too much to ask for. But it was worth trying anyway. Because you never know if suddenly I have the capabilities of jumping to a place where it seems I may not be able to jump towards. I don't think there's a chameleon waiting for me here, but it never hurts to check it out repeatedly. But there's one over here, and it wants me. It desires me in ways you wouldn't even be able to understand if you were 20 years old. Kowalski?
Kowalski here.
And that's going by brain training brain age rather than actual people age, because those are two completely different things. But yeah, how I get up there and what I do. I guess I will just climb that ladder and get rid of all the nonsense that's over here. Please? Spotless indeed. Kowalski knows how to do some good cleaning. And get himself a nice wing. I think that was a wing. Not really sure what it was, but it looked very wingish. Wingy? Wing-eye? I don't know. Let's just go with it. Rico, I need you. You are the only one who has the power and capability of dealing with such a difficult mission such as this. With the powers of Truly you are our hero in need. Wow, that actually is. Genuinely surprised by that notion, but there you go. I got myself a bottle of something. Therefore, I have nothing more to worry about, and there's a chameleon up there, and I want it in my life. I need it for reasons that I simply cannot explain to someone under the age of 50. That is exactly how vile it is. But, have no fear. I will just grab Skipper and make him do the things that I need him to do to get the thing that I want in my life. By flying. For he is a penguin. Perhaps a flightless bird, but not a bird without flight after all. That is exactly how that works. But nothing more to concern ourselves with anymore. He grabbed everything. He grabbed one. Did Skipper grab one? No, did oh yeah, Kowalski grabbed one. Of course he did, because he dug it up. He dug it up all by himself.
Supplies dropped off.
Supplies dropped off for me. That's what Kowalski should have said, but he chose not to because he is a very non-egocentric person. He is simply someone with the brains of a smart man. Or any other smart type of person. But we have a wheel, and that will definitely save us in getting the thing to the stuff. What are we even creating? I don't know. But we're probably creating something of use. And we are going to use this useful thing to do useful stuff. And it will be very, very... Is that a jetpack? Oh, man. High hopes have been gotten and acquired. We have found ourselves a fly-emmer thingy.